Welcome back to another episode here on Reload Crypto, guys. Today we're going to be diving into a new protocol you may have heard of recently called Ethena. So Ethena is a crypto native stablecoin protocol. We're going to go ahead and dive in. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. I'm going to show you some different strategies to get on their stage 2 of their airdrop that they're doing. And when you finish this video, you're going to leave with a whole hell of a lot more knowledge. Let's go ahead and hop in. So to kick things off, what is Ethena, right? So Ethena is essentially what they are calling the internet bond. So Ethena is a synthetic dollar protocol built on Ethereum that provides a crypto native solution for money not reliant on traditional banking system infrastructure alongside globally accessible dollar denominated instrument, right? AKA internet bond. So the Ethena stablecoin is known as USDe. Essentially, it's backed by, so they have partnerships within DeFi as well as with centralized exchanges, and they use Ethereum as well as regular stablecoin backing to back USDe. Now, you may ask, how can they use Ethereum? They're subject to price volatility in that case, and so how are they able to maintain a peg with USDe if it's backed by Ethereum? So let me tell you a little bit more about the solution that they have come up with here. So they're claiming, of course, scalability, stability, censorship resistance. So the censorship resistance standpoint comes in because it's not theoretically a US dollar, right? And it's accessible via smart contracts to everyone via the blockchain. So it's permissionless and it's censorship resistance. So what are the risks involved with Ethena and their stablecoin? So essentially how they hedge their, or how their whole system works, it's quite complex, to be perfectly honest with you, so I'll give you the short version. So people who use ETH to mint the stablecoins, they would deposit STETH into the contract, and then they are given USDe for the dollar amount of their ETH. Now, Ethena takes that ETH, that STETH, and they are holding it with a third-party custodian. The name of the custodian is Copper. So the custodian is Copper Clearloop, very, very highly reputable custodian, and essentially they've never had problems before. Even with exchange failures in the past, Copper Clearloop has a very high reputable history in the space. So what Ethena does essentially is they use the derivatives markets for Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. Apparently this Bitcoin is a new update. And so if you see this chart here, this represents the open interest in the perpetuals markets. You see here for both Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. This is going back all the way to July of 2021, starting here, so back in 2021, essentially. As we could see, this line, this 0% line, this median line here, represents the percentage of the open interest, right? And so what they do is they take, let's say you were to deposit 1 STETH. They then take that STETH, they have that in their custodian, and then they short the equivalent 1 STETH. Now, if the price of ETH were to go up, they wouldn't realize any profit or loss there. Their short position would, let's say the price were to go up, their short position would be at a loss, while their collateral position, the STETH that they hold, is at a profit. Essentially, they're operating at delta zero, they're delta negative essentially. Well, not negative, but delta zero. So there's no gain or loss regardless of the movements of the market. And so using this mechanism, which, like I said, is quite complex, they're able to essentially guarantee a consistent value on the asset. Now, it does cause some concern in the terms of, there's leverage, derivatives, and it's all this stacking of one thing on top of another. But that being said, this is a mechanism that is working. There is $3.2 billion right now in TVL in Athena. So I'll link this docs section below in the description. You can go ahead and take a look at it. They explain all the risks, they explain all the derivatives, the yield, all the positions, and how they maintain delta neutral positions, all the different checks and balances in their system. It's all available here in the docs section, which I will link in the description below. Now let's go to Athena's homepage. So this is what you will see when you come to Athena's website. Here we are. They have their SATS campaign, which is the airdrop campaign that they're currently running. You can use the buy section here to use these different assets here, dollar-denominated stablecoins, to purchase USDe. You can then take and stake that USDe for SUSDe, which will earn you a APY of 33.5%. That is the 1 week average of the APY that you'd be earning on the stablecoin. Now, I know that this immediately will put red flags up in people's minds, right? Like, crazy APYs, it's unsustainable. We remember Terra Luna, we remember what happened there. The system that they have come up with here, they have revenue coming in from the STETH that's being deposited. They have potential revenue that can be made off of the fluctuation in the spreads when they open the short positions and the derivatives markets and whatnot, depending on the index price and mark price on each exchange. They're working with some of the largest exchanges, OKX, Binance, Durbit, or Deribit. I think it's Deribit. Bunch of big exchanges, and essentially this has been going on for quite some time. I remember actually when this came out, I stayed far away from it because, there were some concerns surrounding it. But after now, it's been out for going on 6 months here. I'm entering this ecosystem to take advantage of not only the airdrop campaign, but the 33.5% that you can earn through staking USDe in their dashboard here. So let me show you a little bit more about the airdrop campaign. This, like I said, we're here on their homepage. You could take a look. There's some FAQs here on the homepage and some explanations on the airdrop campaign that they're doing, DeFi integrations, and whatnot. So essentially for the airdrop campaign, currently there's 89 days left in their epoch number 2 of the campaign. They've issued 3.953 trillion sats, which are the points for their campaign, and there's 203,000 people participating in this airdrop campaign. So it's quite large, quite a lot of money locked in, $3.13 billion in TVL. And how you can earn, you can lock their ENA coin, the Athena coin. This will earn you a 30x on sats per day. You can lock USDe. Also here on their website, there's a section here on liquidity where you can lock your USDe. I don't believe that you would earn an APY on that if you do just lock it in through their website. So personally, that's not something that I'm doing. You could buy and hold USDe, stake and hold SUSDe, earning 5x and 2x sats per day on both of those. Pendle, you can hold Athena YT or liquidity pool Pendle tokens, earn 30x. As you could see here on the site, I'm not going to go through all these, but you could see there's some different Pendle applications here for their token. Liquidity pools through EtherFi, Liquid USD, as well as many other liquidity pools. Once you connect your wallet, it'll show you all the different ecosystems. There are quite a lot of liquidity pools you can get into on Curve, Finance, and whatnot. I'll show you some here in a moment. And then, of course, different layer 2s. So Thruster, USDB Vault on Juice, which is on Blast. Then you have Camelot on Arbitrum, Karak, which is a new layer 2, I believe. Swell, of course, which is the Swell layer 2 that I've spoken about before in prior videos. You can provide liquidity, use collateral on IntentX, Init Capital, Zirkit, and this Mito Vault here on Injective. And then there's money markets as well through Fraxlend, Morpho, Contango, Gearbox. There's all boosts available there as well. And then Bitcoin yield through staking some Bitcoin wrapped Bitcoin tokens or Bitcoin derivative tokens on these two protocols here, Solve BTC and BounceBit, which I'm not familiar with either of those, and I'm not getting involved. My Bitcoin is in hardware wallets, and it's not moving. That being said, I am in the Swell Layer 2. I am in Pendle. I am in EtherFi Liquid USD as well. So I'm earning quite a few boosts there. Let's go ahead and take a look at their dashboards here next. So on the dashboards here, you'll be able to have access to the deposit addresses for their different custodians that they have here. As you can see, it was recently updated within the last, looks like last 24 hours here. Matter of fact, it was just updated just now. And then as you can see here, you can see all of their different holdings that they have and what exchange it's on, as well as unallocated collateral, which is 4% of their holdings. And as you can see, they have quite a bit of USDT in reserves so that you can easily swap in and out of USDe there. So you can see all their positions here, all their hedging. You can see everything here in terms of the DEX yields, futures yields, perpetuals yields. All of this information is available there. Their staking yields for the different Ethereum positions that they have, their solvency. So you can see the USDe supply, the price, collateralization, as well as the reserve fund, which is currently at $41 million, almost $42 million. And then the yields as well. So you can see the SUSDe yield peaked on May 20th at 77.85%. And this, is, of course, is due to the perpetuals positions and the spreads, as well as the funding rate of some of these perpetual exchanges that they're working with. It allows them to earn a much larger yield to give back to the holders of their stablecoin, or rather the stakers of the stablecoin. And then you can see the derivative yields over here as well. All of this information is available up to 3 years. Obviously, it has not been out for that long, but this information is here for you to access as well. Then you can see here on the liquidity page, you'll be able to see the liquidity as well as APYs that are available for all of these different places that you can hold positions at, as well as the stake page here. So let's go ahead and move on. So here we are on Pendle. These are the Pendle pools. I've done a video on Pendle here on the channel as well. If you're curious, if you don't understand how Pendle works, you can take a look at that and you'll find some more information there. As you can see, there's an SUSDe pool here that matures in 112 days. I just entered this pool about 3 hours ago, and I have one ending in 50 days. They have these Karak pools, which are, this is a new restaking layer 2 that just recently launched. Similar situation there in terms of yields, but you do earn different boosts for those depending on which one you are in. So if we look here, Pendle, you would be earning a 20x boost for these different pools, but the Karak pools are less. So the Karak SUSD pool is only 5x boost on points for their airdrop there. Something to keep in mind when you're entering positions. Then they have the Athena pool here, as well as regular SUSD pool down here again. And they do have regular USDe pools as well, right here. And then one on Zirkit as well. So plenty of opportunity there on Pendle. Let's go over to Swell's Layer 2. As you can see here on Swell's Layer 2, these are the tokens that you can deposit, the list here. If we scroll down, we can see that we have access to, where is it? USDe, Pendle's PT USDe, as well as, I think that's it. I think that's it for Athena. Here is just USDe standard, and then the Pendle PT USDe as well. So both of those are available there. Here on Curve, they have plenty of pools with high TVL here on Curve. USDe, USDC, $32 million TVL, $30 million in USDe DAI. Frax USDe, $83 million in TVL. USDe Curve USD, $15 million in TVL. Then there are some pools here. This is GHO and Athena USDe. This is $10 million. So quite a few pools here with plenty of liquidity. for no matter how big of a whale you are, you could transact in these pools without affecting the price of the stablecoin there. Over here on Zirkit, you could see this is their Dune Analytics page. USDe holds the title for the most deposited stablecoin currently on the layer 2, with $180 million in stablecoins being deposited. So you can look here and find some more information on USDe, I'm sure, here on this Dune Analytics page. And then there's some facts here on Zirkit as well that you can find some answers to. Currently $3.5 billion staked on Zirkit, so that's growing quite fast as well. That's going to just about wrap this one up. I do just want to jump back into the docs here real quick and say, if you do have any questions at all, if there's something that you don't understand about this protocol and you want to have a better understanding of it so that you can take advantage of this 33.5% APY, and mind you, this is spiked up to much higher levels, so it is a variable rate. It's not a fixed rate, but the trend seems to show that it's been quite high most of the time. So SUSDC, or SUSDe rather, I apologize, looks like its lowest point was at 17.8% APY there on May 17th, and it's just been pretty much trending up ever since then. So here in the last week, no data available. Let's go to 3 months. Been pretty choppy, as you could see, but it's been up in the high, plus over 50% levels a couple of times now, quite a few times actually, and it's even held there for a couple of days before. So pretty interesting stuff. Definitely a big opportunity here. Not only is there an airdrop campaign that you can possibly earn some pretty serious rewards in, but also you're having access to a really good APY here from Ethena. I know I personally just put about probably 60% of my cash reserves into Ethena to take advantage of the high APYs as well as the airdrop campaign that's available there. I would never go, and I would never recommend, of course, none of this is financial advice, I would never recommend going all in on any one stablecoin. Personally, I think USDC is the S tier when it comes to stablecoins. DAI is also an S tier stablecoin, and of course USDT has a very good reputation, but their kind of political battle with the United States can be concerning at times, since they are not located in the United States, and so that can draw some concerns. Of course, if Tether was to go down, it would destroy all of crypto for some period of time. I'm sure that things would recover, but it would be devastating. But nonetheless, and of course, I do hold USDT as well, but I do like USDC since it's regulated and it's got access to the Federal Reserve. It's a safe stablecoin. That being said, I do think that USDe is worth taking a look at. Not only are the yields good, but the airdrop opportunity makes it basically a double dip in terms of satisfying. So make sure you take a look at Ethena in your spare time here, or if you want to learn some more, I'll link the docs, like I said, below in the description. If you have any questions, if you want me to go through this a little bit deeper, I can do that. I know the shorter videos typically get better views, so I'm going to try to keep this short. But this is a very, very, very complex kind of system they have here. But after taking hours to kind of go through all the docs here, it looks like they've worked it out in a way that really does work. So pretty awesome stuff. And I love that it's a crypto native stablecoin solution. So I think you guys should take a look at it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. Let me know. I'm covering airdrops. I'm covering DeFi. I'm covering yield farming strategies. I'm covering trading. I'm covering all that. So thank you guys for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and you enjoy the rest of your week. Talk soon. Bye-bye.